Good evening, and welcome to the Shiro Coffee Chat Short. I'm Melissa, a retired Army veteran and the founder of the Shiro Coffee Club, where our mission is to keep the world caffeinated and women veterans celebrated. I'm also your host for the Shiro Coffee Chat, which airs every Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure to check us out. So tonight, we aren't addressing, like the latest headlines or the latest news or what's going on in DC. I do hope that you had the opportunity to check out the Shiro Coffee Chat yesterday when we aired live, when we were discussing the federal government drawdown of, government employees. So I do hope you had a chance to check that out. But tonight, I want to talk about something that many of us, we deal with, but often we blow it off as, just a way of life, and that's dealing with headaches and migraines. So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a headache so bad that it completely threw your day off? Or, like maybe you wake up with a headache and then before you know it, your mood, your focus, your productivity, it's like all out the window. You're off balance, or it could be even worse where you just want to spend the entire day or days or hours in a room with the lights out. Trust me, I feel your pain, and I feel your pain because I know and I understand. Headaches and migraines it can be more than annoying. It definitely can impact everyday life. And then the crazy part about it is, according to the National Headache Foundation, there are over 40 million Americans who suffer from migraines. So that's 1 in 6 Americans who experience chronic headaches. So we got 40 million suffering from migraines and 1 in 6 suffering from chronic headaches. And then, so in the US alone, that's like, when you add it all up, that's like 12% of the entire population. But that doesn't include adults. It's not only adults, that includes children too. And headaches, they're so common because we get them often. Well, I won't say often, but if you live long enough, you'll experience a headache. And that's one of the most common neurological conditions. And, it can range from like a tension headache to, sinus headaches to, like chronic migraines. And the thing about it is, of course, us ladies. So we are 3 times more likely to experience migraines than men because of hormonal fluctuations. So add that little tidbit in there. But coffee and headaches have a very interesting relationship, because for some people, coffee can help relieve the headaches because they can narrow the blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Because in the end, we all know inside the body, it's all about inflammation, inflammation, inflammation. And we'll talk more about that as the year progresses, or within the 60-day series that I'm in. And I don't know if you know this, but that's caffeine is one of the ingredients that they use in some pain medication. So that's another little tidbit. And that's why I feel like awareness and education are so important, because people are out here suffering, and just they're self-medicating and just dealing with it. If you're in the army, you had those what was it, Motrin 800s, ibuprofen 800s. It was something 800s, and we popped them like they were vitamins. You What's wrong with you? Give them 800. What's wrong with you? Give me 800. So we pop those things like vitamins. And so now, if you're a veteran now, you might now be self-medicating, doing what you think is best. But I don't want you to do that, because it's some real solutions out here. And that's why the Shiro Coffee Club has partnered with the National Headache Foundation to bring you Taking Charge of Your Headache and Migraine Care webinar series. Yes. So if you go to our website, you can learn more about Shiro Coffee Club. And I always say our mission is to keep the world caffeinated and women veterans celebrated. But it's always been about more than coffee. It's really about also self care. Now, self care is one of the pillars of the Shiro Coffee Club, and that's why we are always supporting organizations, that educate and empower communities that help us live better lives as women veterans. And that's why I am inviting you to register to the Taking Charge of Your Headache and Migraine Care webinar coffee chat series. And the first one is Friday, March 7th from 12 to 1 p.m. Bring your coffee, your questions. This series is going to be hosted by the National Headache Foundation and the Shiro Coffee Club, and it's really packed with you guys some valuable information on headache management, triggers, treatment options. It's answering questions like, why do I get migraine and headache attacks? Understanding the symptoms that contribute to these headaches, and just learning how to track and navigate. And it's going to be a series, a series of multiple webinars. So whether you deal with headaches yourself, or you just want to support those around you, this is your chance to learn from the experts, and it helps you really take control of your well-being, become more knowledgeable to help others. So yeah, I want to see you there. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you about. Help me keep the conversation going. Register for the webinar series, and then we can just learn to take care of our health together, because that is really what matters. So I'm going to end there. I hope you have a fantastic night. And as always, keep your heart full and your coffee strong. Dos escuts. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening.